So this is more of a personal story about some ancient documents I recently uncovered. I found this very old paper that proves that my great-great-grandfather, a man who lived in Israel more than 100 years ago, owned a significant piece of land in what later became the West Bank. When he bought it, the Kingdom of Jordan didn't even exist. You can still see the old colonial emblem on it with the Aleph Yud, land of Israel. After the Arabs invaded in 1948, the Jordanians who occupied this land ethnically cleansed 100% of the Jews there. So we lost all access to this land and practically never gained it back. If you'll go there today, you'll see there's an Arab village standing over there. And, you know, despite the fact that those Palestinians literally stole my family's land from me, I don't wish them any harm. I don't want them displaced or harmed in any way. I know most of them are probably born decades after this happened and have nothing to do with it. I really just hope that this feeling is mutual. What I do take issue with is another part of my great-great-grandfather's will, as seen right here, where he specifically says that he wants to be buried in the plot he has purchased for himself in the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. Now, the reason he wanted to be buried in Mount of Olives, despite the fact that this is one of the oldest, biggest, and most famous Jewish cemeteries in the world, is that he has many families there. His own father was buried there 40 years before he bought this plot, and other members of the family were also buried there more than 100 years before him. This particular tomb I had to uncover myself because it was untended for so many years, and specifically from this grave, there's a direct line over 400 years ago to ancient tombs we can find today in Israel. I might put a video about it later. But like I said, at the time of his death, the whole area was occupied by the Jordanians. And they, after kicking all the Jews out, they weren't going to let any Jews in, not even dead ones. So we had to bury him outside of Mount of Olives. And I still hope that one day, maybe, we can fight this plot and fulfill the last wish of my great-great-grandfather, to be buried in Jerusalem.